Welcome to computer class, boys. Today I am going to start lesson 6, that is more on spreadsheet. In the previous chapter I introduced you Microsoft Excel, and in that chapter you have learned basic features of the Excel like entering data, performing calculation and saving the workbook. In this chapter you will learn various ways to select and enter data, modify the cell contents, insert and delete the columns or rows, etc. Now the first topic is selecting cells. We often have to select a group of cells to perform various operations such as copying, moving, inserting or deleting. So selection can be made in any of the following ways, and these ways are: the first one is to select a row or column. Just click on the row or column heading, so your row or column will be selected. To select entire worksheet, just press Ctrl A or click on the select all button located on the top of the first row heading. To select adjacent rows or columns, just hold down the shift key while you select the last row or column. To select non-adjacent rows or columns, click on the row or column, then hold down the control key while you select the other rows or columns for selection. And to select range of cells, click on the cell you wish to start your selection from, hold the left mouse button and drag the mouse to the diagonally opposite corner cell or select the first cell, and while keeping the shift key pressed, click on the last cell in the range. So your range will be selected. Now the next topic is entering special numbers, date and time. To enter special numbers, actually sometimes while entering numbers you want to retain the leading 0. For example, you want to enter STD code of Delhi, which is 011. So as soon as you press enter after typing 011 in the cell, you will observe that the leading 0 gets dropped. To overcome this problem, you need to type an apostrophe before the number like this. So the entry apostrophe 011 will be treated as text, and this entry will be ignored if used in a function. Now to enter date and time, select the cell and enter the date and time. You can separate the date elements either with a slash or a hyphen, or use formats such as 11 October 2016. Okay. So Excel recognizes and supports a variety of date formats. To display the entering date in different formats, select the cell containing the date, click on the format drop down button in the cells group on the home tab and select the format cells option. The format cells dialog box will appear. Choose any desired format of date and time by clicking on the date and time option respectively in the category list in the number tab. So this is the format cells box. You can look, and there are different formats given for everything like date, time, currency, number, text. Okay, so just try it. Now changing cell contents. The characters and numbers typed in a worksheet can be seen both in a cell as well as on the formula bar. After entering the content in a cell, you can press either the enter key or the enter button on the formula bar to accept the entry. When you type in the new data in the cell, the two buttons cancel and enter will appear on the left of the formula bar. So cell contents can be modified in two ways. The first one is replacing cell contents. The second one is using edit mode. So let us see how to replace cell contents. You can edit the cell contents directly and replace them with a new entry. Just open a new worksheet and type in the data as shown in figure 6.2. Select the cell whose content has to be changed. Let us say D6. Now type 65 in that cell and press the enter key. Note that the previous value 56 is replaced with 65. Similarly, try to change the content of other cells. Using edit mode, select the cell D6, double click on the cell. Notice that the data is displayed in the formula bar. The insertion point with blink within the cell. Note that the edit mode is indicated on the left side of the status bar. Position the pointer at the desired place and change the contents. Press the enter key. The changes will be entered in the current cell. So this is the way to replace cell contents using undo and redo features. These are the features in which we can undo or redo the changes that we have made recently. To cancel the last action performed, use the undo button on the quick access toolbar, and the redo command is used to quickly repeat the last action that you have performed using undo command. Click on the redo button on the quick access toolbar. So these are the commands, and you can see here this is called redo and this is called undo. That you can see the symbol like this is undo and the symbol is this symbol is called redo symbol. You can also use Ctrl Z for undo and Ctrl Y for the redo actions. Now inserting cells, columns and rows. At times while entering data you may miss out certain entries. In such situation you may have to insert some cells, columns or rows in the worksheet. Let us learn it practically. Inserting blank cells. There are two ways to insert blank cells. The first one is select the range of cells where you want to insert the blank cells. You should select the same number of cells as you want to insert in the spreadsheet. Now right click on the range and select the insert option. Or the second way is select the insert button in the cells group on the home tab. Click on the insert cells option from the drop down list. In both the cases you will get the insert dialog box. There are 4 different options to choose within the dialog box as displayed in this figure 6.6. Select the desired option and click on OK. Now how to insert a column? To insert a single column, select the column or cell to the left of which a new column is to be inserted. For example, select the column E. Click on the arrow next to the insert option in the cells group on the home tab and choose the insert sheet columns option. Excel inserts blank column to the left of the column E and shifts the entries of column E to column F. So this is the way to insert a column. That's it for today's class, boys. I'll cover rest of the topics in next class. Till then, just try to do all these things in your computer practically. Only then you will be completely able to understand the topic. So please do try, and till then take care of yourself, and thank you